So we're a drop point for the Pharo Cattle Company bull sales. So if folks ever buy bulls from them, they can have shipping delivered right here to our place in Goodhue, Minnesota. When the truck just got here, dropping off 7 bulls. There's the first one. There's your bull get here. Got his head. He is one of the bulls kids have beats a break his Angus cows here that we've got here at least. The others are all sales of bulls from us. So the bulls got dropped off now. That's been 2 days ago. There were 6 bulls that came back on that delivery route from the spring bull sales. They all happened to be Angus this time. 2 of them were for us, these 2 guys here. This is the whole bull battery for this year. One nice deal with the lease program we've got is that the cattle owner, in this case Kit Pharo, is responsible for providing bulls. So he sent these 2 Angus bulls up here, one from the Missouri sale, and I think one is one of his mature bulls. This guy here, that's Jamal. He's one of our older mature bulls. Looking pretty good. Yeah, so spring Pharo bull sales are over. There were 3 sales, one in Colorado, one in Missouri, and one in, where's the other one? Texas. Yeah. And they averaged, I think, right around $10,000 a bull across like 450 bulls. So finally, this high cattle market is catching our bull sales. That's pretty crazy. That was I guess some people maybe expected that. I was pretty surprised to see that high of a sale average. Hoping that lasts till fall. Our bulls sell in the fall, so I'm really hoping that that sale average lasts in the fall. Our bulls, the red Angus and I guess now the black Angus that we raise, will be sold in the fall Nebraska and the fall Colorado sale. Nebraska, it can't handle all the reds that we produce, so we send some to both, split them up a little bit. But yeah, got all our bulls. We co-own a bull actually with an individual in Missouri. We used to co-own quite a few more with them. That's an idea for people who want to reduce their bull costs, is find somebody who has a different calving window and co-own bulls with them. Essentially, we got full use out of our bulls that we co-owned, but we only had half the price and half of the annual cost. Essentially, we buy the bull together. That individual is a fall calver. We own them together. So, but we use them in totally different windows. He keeps them half of the year. We keep them half the year. Get full use with half the annual cost and half the upfront purchase costs. Obviously, when you sell them, you only get half the sale price, and if they're a bull worth collecting semen on, you give up half the semen rights. But still, for most people, that's worth it. There's not a lot of fall calvers up in our region in Minnesota, so it was not a lot of fall calvers up here. For us, that meant we worked with a guy in Missouri. For some people, maybe you've got a lot of neighbors that calve in January, February, March, and you calve in May. That's a different window. You can use your bulls in different windows. Doesn't have to be fall, spring. It could be just a couple months apart. But yeah, ways to creatively bring down your breeding costs. Another advantage of these forage developed bulls is we're not afraid to turn out a mature bull with 50, 60, 70 cows. And when you spread a bull cost across 50, 60, 70 cows, and the bull breeds cows for 4, 5, 6 years, your dollar per calf cost is pretty low. And now if you do some sort of a bull sharing program where you're only owning half the bull, that cost gets dropped even more. So breeding costs can be a really high. I personally never understand how people can spend $10,000+ on a bull and use them on 25 cows a year for like 2 or 3 years. I think I heard like the average bull stays in a program for maybe 3 years, maybe 4. Let's just say that's $10,000 on a bull minus its salvage value. Say you sell it for $2,000, that's $8,000, and it breeds 25 cows a year for 4 years. That's 100 calves. So People smarter than me. Is that $80 a calf? Yeah, that's $80 a calf, and that doesn't even include your feed cost on that bull. That's just the depreciation on the bull divided by the amount of calves it raised. So if you can either split that cost by sharing it with somebody or raise a lot more calves out of a bull, you can bring that cost down pretty significantly. You know, I don't think it's uncommon for people to be spending $100 a calf on bull costs, possibly even more. So something to consider.